Hi, I'm Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and in this video I'm going to show you how to assemble the firecracker or the Chinese coins block. These I designed, they're special half blocks, so they are exactly half the size of my square blocks, and I designed these to go with all of the lunar zodiac animals so that I can put those together into one bundle and you can make a really fun Lunar New Year quilt. So here's how to make them. Okay, this is the video showing how to assemble this stack of Chinese coins that I put together for a Lunar New Year, New Year quilt that I have been working on. So I've got all of the pieces prepared. So I printed the templates onto the back, the paper side of paper-backed fusible adhesive, cut them out roughly, and then fused them to the back side of the fabric. I use Heat and Bond Light for all of my quilts, but you can use whatever brand you like. Just follow the directions for whatever one you're using. Then I do a nice clean cut on the back of them, right on these solid lines. These dotted lines you can ignore. They are placement guides showing how these pieces will overlap if you were not using a light box, but we're going to use a light box for ours. I also designed them this way. So for example, this is a coin that is going to be overlapped here, and you could cut away that excess fabric, but I wanted to give you a bunch of complete coins so that you could also choose to scatter them on a block or add them to some other blocks. You can really, you could put them on sashing strips, you could play around with the pieces, and in order to do that, I wanted you to have full circles. So here's how we put this one together. We're going to start with piece number 1, because the numbers tell you what piece is what and also tell you what order they get laid down in. And then piece number 2 is the next coin in the stack. And the coins are a little bit not perfectly circular, and the squares inside are also a little bit not perfectly square, and I did that on purpose. One, I think it just makes the design more interesting, but I also think it makes it easier to align the pieces then. And now piece 4. And finally, piece 5. Okay, now I'm going to fuse them all into place. Which I should have told you. I forgot to tell you my setup here in case this is the first time you're watching one of my Lightbox videos. Here's my setup. At the bottom of this stack, while these cool, is my Lightbox. I've got it turned up as bright as it'll go. On top of that, I have a tempered glass cutting board, which is why I was able to just fuse that right now, right on here. No, the light box is plastic, so don't use the iron right on your stack here unless you have a glass cutting board in there. Then I have my placement guide. Then I have a silicone sheet, which allows me to peel this right up, which is what I'm going to do next. So this is cooled off enough, and I'm going to peel everything off, and I've got my stack here. And now I'm going to lay down, this is the block that I'm going to put it on. So the method of quilt as you go that I do has me quilting my blocks to my batting, but not my backing. And so that's the next step here, is to add my applique. I do all my quilting first, and then I do my applique. So now I'm going to do the permanent fuse. This is going to take a little bit longer, so I'll fast forward through it. Okay, so a lot of people ask why I'm wiggling it, when a lot of things that you read will tell you to just hold it in place and fuse, but the bottom of most steam irons are not perfectly flat. So even though I'm not using steam, I am using a steam iron, and I have found that if you just put that down there and don't move it, you will have sections that are not fused that match whatever the dimples look like in your particular iron. So I always do that little bit of a wiggle as I go. Okay, now I am going to just let this cool here, and then I'll bring it back to my sewing machine and I'll do the outline stitching around all these pieces so that they really pop. And then I'll bring it back here and I will show you this finished block and also fireworks that I made. All right, here are both of my finished blocks. Again, I made these specifically for the Lunar Zodiac quilt that I was working on, to make a Lunar New Year quilt. But of course, you can use the fireworks for any other time that you want to use it. You can use both of them any other time you want to use them, but the fireworks would be especially fun to add to a 4th of July quilt. So you can get these patterns at shinyhappyworld.com. They are included in the Lunar New Year bundle. I am Wendy from Shiny Happy World, and I will see you next time.